What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and today we have my brick progress video for the months of April, May, and June. So mostly spring scents, but a few other things mixed in. So let's go over the two bricks that I finished. I'll just take out, do one at a time. So if you're not aware, bricks are something that you usually have to chop up. They have segments. Sometimes if your dish is big enough, you can put a whole brick cube in, but most people chop up their bricks either in quarters, thirds, or halves, and they take a while to get through. So what I like to do is just have them have their own video. So I'm going to do a split screen here, and I'm filming behind the camera today because my bedding is all taken apart. We're doing laundry today, so it's just easier this way. So the first brick I finished is Warm Winter Night, and here's the empty brick. I'll put the notes here. I believe it's sparkling citrus, warm bourbon, and something else that I don't remember. To me, it's just a cozy, hard to describe scent. This is a very unique scent. If I saw it in clearance, I don't think I'd pick up any more. I think the brick was fine for me. Performance was probably about a medium light, and I tended, is that a word? I would tend to warm it in my bedroom. So Warm Winter Night, all finished. Now what I try to do is one brick per month of my challenge. So if I'm doing a 3-month brick video, I would like to have 3 empties, but I only have 2. But I had 4 the video before, so it all evens out in the wash. So the next one I finished is Orchard by the Sea. The notes on this I think are apple orchard, sea salt skies, mango, and something else. Crisp linens, I think. I'm going by memory. I'll put the notes here below. So this one is finished, and this one is a traditional brick. This was in the spring brick release of 2023. It's a bit of a sharp, fresh scent, a little bit of apple in there. You get a bit of saltiness. I'm not big into salty scents, so that would be my only, scent note that probably took this down a notch for me. Also has linen. Sometimes I'm not big into laundry, but this was okay to finish off, and I don't need to repurchase more, but I will say compliments to Scentsy on the packaging for that one. All right, the next one is another Christmas tree shaped brick, which means it came out as a holiday release. I'll try to have it so you can see the name, Forever Flannel. This one is a really nice scent. It has sandalwood, it has bergamot, and it has a little bit of lavender, which I tend to not like, but this is so beautiful. It's one I call light but lovely, and what I've realized with Forever Flannel is I have to load my warmers up with about double the amount of wax I would normally use, but then it lasts many, many days, which is odd. But yeah, I took a whole brick cube recently and just put this one here, I think, which is between 3 and 4 traditional Scentsy cubes, and I put it in an element warmer, and it just went and went and went and went. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm going to put this one aside, and we're going to carry that one over for the next 3 months. So I'll just put that over to the side. All right, you're going to see a few that are almost finished, so I think I'm going to be able to get a good push if I carry some of these over. I have Sugar Cookie, which is basically vanilla, butter, and sugar, and I worked quite a bit on this one. I tend to use this as a mixer, so I just have 2 brick cubes left. So I love this. It's my preferred vanilla scent over vanilla bean buttercream. I actually prefer Sugar Cookie. I would say it's not as strong as vanilla bean buttercream, but I prefer the way it presents. It's a little bit more balanced for me, yummy and delicious. So Sugar Cookie, I would say a light to medium scent. We're going to put that one aside. The next one I'm probably also going to put aside to carry over. It's Pink Apple and Nectarine. This was from the brick release of 2023. Again, beautiful packaging, love it. And this one has notes of pink apple, golden nectarine, wild poppies, and sugarcane. So I don't just have the 2, I call them the fangs. I just have the 2 fangs left. So I will work on those. And I traditionally either use half of this, or sometimes I'll cut a small portion off, put the small portion in a mini, and then the other portion in a full size. But this does really, really nicely in Erica's room, so I'll probably finish it off there. Or in the bathroom, it's really, really nice as well. It's just a pretty, slightly body care fruity scent. So I'll put that one aside. Here's another one. I'm getting close to being finished, not quite there, but this is a gift from Ramona. She didn't care for this. She gave this to me. It's iridescent, by the way, if you're listening, not watching. She gave this to me because she didn't really care for it. It is a strong floral scent, there's, I think for florals, it's got peony and apple blossom, and then it's also got cedarwood and citrus as the notes. So I have just 3 cubes left, and this is really nice in Erica's room. This is nice mixed with sugar cookie. It brings the intensity down a bit, but this is strong enough that I can put it in my main space and you can smell it like outside the apartment. So this is a pretty strong one and I'm okay with it. I do love the cream with the pink. Kind of reminds me of the colors of Erica's room. So yeah, Walt Disney World, we'll put that one aside as well. So I have to start clearing some of these partials out. I'm trying not to open too many new bricks. I'm trying to clear out old ones. All right, so I have cinnamon chai latte. This is one that I had at one point. I think I had 6 or 7 bricks of this, and I'm not joking. I think I have this plus 3 more, and no, don't ask me for my bricks. I love this one so much. It's basically cinnamon stick, cardamom, and nutmeg, and steamed milk, I think. And I don't know why I used the cubes the way I did, but I did finish off 3 cubes, and I'm going to make sure I finish this one off in the, I would say my fall winter. So not the summer months, but the next brick section of the year, I'll work on this and finish this off. So this is from 2017, so really nice. I have sea salt and avocado. This was a full brick, so maybe I'll just put it in the middle because I don't need to show you a split screen. But here's where I am. I finished the top 3 cubes. And sea salt and avocado, I picked this one up in February of 2023 as part of my Scentsy club, probably a half off, and I did remove it from my club since then. It's a really beautiful, sweet, greenery style scent. It's got pink sea salt, Valencia orange, and creamy avocado. So one of those ones that doesn't really smell like the notes to me, but you could use this in the main space. You could use it in a bathroom. Really nice to freshen up stale air. So I'll probably put this aside and warm it maybe next spring and summer. All right, the next one was one that was not, I'll put it in the middle because this was full, and I just pulled this out because this is part of the Bring Back My Bar scents. So it's not available in brick, but it's available in bar form. So if you see this video and you're like, oh, I wish I could try that, you can actually pick it up in bar size. And this was from January 2021, so I believe it was February 2021 scent of the month. And it has red pear, it has pomegranate, and it has rhubarb. And I made some samples, and I also warmed some of this one, and this is one that tends to go juicy. Let me just open it up for you. Yeah, so you can kind of see a little bit of juiciness there. And what I traditionally do is when I do these videos, if I'm going to start a brick, I try to use at least 3 of the cubes, and so that's, you'll see some cut marks there. Some people take the whole brick out of the clamshell. For this one where it's so sweaty, I did not do that. And also sometimes when I do that, I break it. So sometimes I just go down and then I'll make another cut. I'll pop each cube out and cut it that way. But this is a pretty strong scent. I can smell it from behind the camera here when I opened it up. I would say medium to medium plus, and I could warm this in my big area. I can warm it in the kids' room. This I could probably put anywhere in the apartment. It'll do just fine. So performance is good. Scent appeal is fairly good for me too. So I will finish off my brick eventually, and that's why I'm not picking up any bars, but this I do enjoy so much. All right, I'm just gonna put certain scents aside. So for the summer months, which are July, August, and September, I usually focus mostly on like finishing up some spring, summer, but also we're kind of heading in September. I consider that like a fall month. So I have a little mix of spring, summer, and a tiny bit of fall, just to kind of kiss off September. So I'm gonna work on Iridescent. I'm gonna finish that. I'm going to finish Pink Apple and Nectarine, which has 2. I'm going to finish Sugar Cookie, which has 2. And I don't know if I'm going to finish this, but I'm going to put a strong push because I do want to kind of just clear things out. So Forever Flannel, I just have the 3 left. This is a lovely scent. I wish I would have kept this in my club, but I did not. So new things that are coming in, I'm going to work on Summer Berry Melon. Again, beautiful, gorgeous packaging. I have 4 and almost 3/4 of a cube, I would say. So we'll do that. Just put these off to the side so you have something to look at. The next one was a Scentsy Family Reunion scent from 2022, and I really like this one. It is Scentsy Is You. It was in the club exclusive section where you could add it to a website order. If you're a Scentsy Club subscriber, there's a section called Club Exclusive Products. You have to be logged into your Scentsy Club or Scentsy account. Then you can access that list, and they change it monthly and things sell out. They're full price when they're in there typically, but if it's something that you've been looking for, they kind of throw little gems in there from time to time. So I have 8 cubes left and beautiful purple. And I think the different thing about this is it has sparkles. So that's kind of nice. So that smells delicious. It reminds me of a variation of Ruby Nectarine. So I do have that plus another full one. Now the next one, I don't know the notes, but Ramona gifted this to me because she didn't like it. This is from the Scentsy Family Reunion 2023, and it's called Reflections. And it's almost like a reddish pink wax. And I think this might have sparkles on it too. Let me just see. Yes, it does. So let me just smell this, see if I can figure out what's in it. It almost smells like there's like guava or like almost like a little bit of a tropical leaning, almost like I think if you liked Surfer Chick or something like that, you might like this one. Let me just smell it again. Almost smells like there's some sort of like Tangelo or it's not overly aggressive in its presentation. It's probably about a medium intensity, but I wish I knew the notes, but I do not. So if you know the notes on this one, write them down below for me. Look at that's beautiful packaging. We'll leave that here. So the next two are ones that I'm probably going to warm mostly in September. And in September, I often like almost like spicy orange, gentle spicy orange scents. I don't know why, but that's what I like. And so I grabbed Orange Spice and Everything Nice. And this brick has quite a bit in it. I only used that tiny bit up here. So I will warm this. Even though it was a holiday release, I would warm this kind of in the transition month. So September, I will be warming this. And the other scents I tend to think about, for some reason, I like caramel scents. So sometimes just caramel scents on their own or caramel apple. So I grabbed Salted Caramel Cider, and this one has roughly about half left. So, and this one is a heavy caramel scent, but I think if you put it with Johnny Appleseed, it would be a really nice combo. So yeah, so I'll just kind of show you what I'm going to work on here. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. If you have any comments about any of these brick scents, let me know. If you have any favorites, let me know. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.